Oh, all right. Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Fallout New Vegas. Last time we made our way all the way through Hidden Valley, cleared out the bunker, did everything that we could do, and then we made our way over to Cottonwood Cove to say hello to Decanus Severus Aurelius of Phoenix, and some of Caesar's Legion. So let's pick up right where we left off. Good morning, Alexander, and good morning, Trevi. Thank you both for being here. So great to have you on the stream. Let's fire up New Vegas. Good morning, Tim. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining us, as always. Again, we still needed to loot Decanus of Severus's tent and the main building as well. We'll be able to use that power fist in repairs. Don't mind if I hold on to those. Alright, let's talk to Decanus Severus.
I wait. Trade with Canyon Runner if you like. Make trouble and things won't go well for you.
Good morning, Lewis. Good morning, Lone Wonder. Thank you both for being here. I appreciate your viewership. I have some questions.
Very well.
What is this place?
A Legion outpost. What's it look like? We crossed the river when the profligates fled from Searchlight. From here, we stage raiding parties and process captures.
What is your role here?
I'm an officer of the Legion of the rank Decanus. When we encamped, I commanded a contubernium of 8 legionaries. So I command what's left, under the wise leadership of Centurion Aurelius, of course.
Do you see much action against the NCR?
As much as their cowardice will allow. The profligates avoid open battle, but on good days we find one of their patrols. Their landmines have caused us more trouble than their marksmanship, which is lacking.
That is all for now.
Are we done then?
I can teach you to make powder charges.
If they're more powerful than the profligates' landmines, by all means, show me how.
Study this as long as you need. Show him the powder charge schematic.
Tin cans, gunpowder, scrap metal, and duct tape? We won't have any trouble finding those ingredients.
Caesar's Legion fame gained. I can show you how to disarm the NCR's mines.
That would be worth knowing, especially if we can then rearm and reuse them.
Explosives 50. The trick is to rush the mine and press the blinking red light.
The light is a button that can interrupt detonation. We were too busy throwing ourselves to the ground to figure that out. To rearm the mine, we'd just press the button again. Simple. The profligates will regret that we learned this.
Alright. So we get a little Legion fame for those two things. Hey, thank you, Tim. I appreciate that. Lewis, I don't know. I mean, I'm planning to play for an hour and see what I get done. We're at least going to get through Cottonwood Cove here and maybe make our way over to the NCR's Camp Golf and get started on the boatload of stuff there is to do there. Hey, St. Louis. Hey, Martin. Hey, Cyclo. Great to see all of you. Thank you for joining us.
Wale.
Alright. With that, let's go chat with Canyon Runner. We might need to wait until daylight to do that. to get some
Hello.
info on the slaves here in the pen. I wonder if we can at least get ourselves some experience points by picking the lock. Yeah, there we go. I love how I lose karma for...
Please, sir, take pity on us. Free us, please.
Cry freedom, run for it. Free the Weathers from slavery. Let me deactivate your collar. How were you captured? Goodbye.
My family was ambushed by a pack of Legion raiders near Searchlight, and Frank ran off, the gutless coward. I have no idea where he is, but at least we're free from his abuse.
I'll see. He was hurting you?
Ever since he lost his job a few years back, he hasn't been the same. He took a switch to us for the tiniest things. We were trying to get away when the Legion showed up. I'm glad he ran off like a coward. But slavery wasn't the kind of escape I was looking for.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
We don't want to free them yet, because we actually find Frank and we start the quest that way over at a different location, so we'll just talk to them all for now.
Oh, it's just awful here. Can't you help us?
I'm working on it.
Hurry up. The guards keep eyeing me like I'm a piece of meat.
We're being held here against our will. I beg you, help us.
I'm working on it.
Sorry, I'm just glad someone is doing something. The last thing I need is to be made some legionary's bitch and sent off to God knows where.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I think I need to wait till daylight, because Canyon Runner's going to get mad if I try to talk to him inside the storage. There he is.
Awe, have you come to sell or trade for captures?
Hey, Ethan. You've never played New Vegas. I generally prefer it to 3. Yes, I think the mechanics are better. I think that the storyline is better. The one thing that 3 is a lot better at, New Vegas has a lot of location inflation. A bunch of stupid little locations where nothing happens and there's no atmosphere. Nothing to do, nothing to find. They're just there for no real reason. Fallout 3 was much better about building cool locations, even if they weren't specifically tied to a quest. Martin, I'm not going to kill off the Legion until the very end. Like, I'm not going to commit to one of the 4 endings for as long as I possibly can. I'm going to keep everyone alive and keep doing all their quests. By captures, do you mean slaves?
No. They haven't yet earned the right to be called slaves. Those 3 in the pen are captures, nothing more. I'm a slave master, so I know what I'm talking about. Back at the fort, I'd have those 3 half-broken and well on their way. But this is just a holding area, so all I do is assess their fitness and decide whether to send them on.
It doesn't bother you, enslaving people?
Why would it bother me to enslave these wretches? They have no purpose, no creed, no honor. They live in pitiful squalor, undisciplined, intemperate. To enslave them is to save them, to give them purpose and virtue. Honestas industria prudentia. Even the virtues of slaves are beyond the dissolute on this side of the river.
How much would it cost to buy the 3 captures?
It's a weak bunch, to be honest. I'd rather have extra currency to buy supplies or better captures off traders. There's a boy, too old to be trained as a legionary. Normally they would have to die, but he's too frail to make trouble. The old woman's dried up, but she could keep house or do gardening if she can learn to keep her mouth shut. The girl's the only one of real value, young enough to breed, not hideous to look at. What's your offer for the lot?
Speech 50. Lie. Any fool can see that girl has all the symptoms of pustular hypomyalgia. I can pay you 300 caps. Let me think about it.
Let me know if you change your mind.
How did the Legion set up a camp on this side of the river?
It was easy. The Colorado was narrow here, and when the profligates abandoned Searchlight, there was no one to guard the crossing. It's just a small outpost, but we keep busy. Raiding parties go out, new captures come in.
How did you join Caesar's Legion?
I have Blackfoot in me, the first tribe that Caesar ever led in battle, the tribe that formed the Legion. If not for him, we'd still be living in tents or shacks, scavenging for food like animals, if we were alive at all. Wale.
Strictly speaking, the Legion is an evil faction. I mean, in a certain sense, yes. They've got their redeeming features, but overall, they're not nice. I'll put it that way. There are hints at something better and some good reasons to side with them, but they're very underdeveloped compared to the NCR, which was mainly a matter of development time, as I understand it. Okay, no need for a slave scarf. I do want these bottle caps. I do want these sarsaparillas. Alright, we need to loot this. We need to loot this building before we do anything else. Legion raid plans. I'm sure those will be useful. Note added, Legion raid plans. I found plans detailing Legion raiding party movement in the area and plans for future raids and troop movement from the fort through Cottonwood Cove. And there are a bunch of caps up there too. Come on. Here, let's do it this way. Well. Okay, I really didn't want it to go that way, but looks like maybe we're alone in here. Fuck NCR. Die, NCR. And there's a bunch more sarsaparilla. And just a combat knife here on the center table. The best characters in the game are all Legion characters. Oh, well, everybody loves, what's his name? Vulpes. And, Ulysses is a pretty cool character, too, and I guess he's ex-Legion, but door to Office of Aurelius of Phoenix. Okay. Need to loot his little room as well. Do that before we talk to him. It's a hell of an outfit he's got. Legion patrol notes. Recompense of the Fallen is actually it's a unique unarmed weapon. Do you have an ending with the Brotherhood of Steel in this game? No. The 4 endings are with the NCR, the Legion, Mr. House, and an independent Vegas. Note added, Legion notes. I found some notes Aurelius wrote detailing troop numbers in the area, lists of slaves sent east, and general communications with Caesar. Why he has sexy sleepwear, I don't know. I'm not going to be able to steal that 308 ammo until he moves, I don't think. Because I can't do the I can't actually move it. So we'll loot around behind him for the moment. Kill NCR. Hey, a Grognak the Barbarian. 4 points to melee weapons. Puts it at 79. And a sink full of clean water. Martin, it's choppy for you? It looks fine to me. Numbers look good, uplink looks good, and I'm even getting a good downstream to my phone in here. So I think that's probably on your end, my friend. Oh, hold on. There we go. I forgot. It's been a little bit since I played this. I forgot it's Z to move ammo around, move stuff around in New Vegas. For some reason I thought it was holding down E, but I think that's Fallout 4 now that I think about it. Alright. Let's chat with Aurelius.
Don't try my patience. A nod of my chin and you'll be decorating a cross.
Press F2 to quick access your inventory. If that's true, you're going to save me so much time. Thank you, Lewis. Where's Nyron? I don't know. I don't know where Nyron is. Does the Legion see much action here? Maybe he's finally actually sleeping.
As much as the profligate's cowardice will allow. They haven't found the balls to attack us here, but we catch them out on patrols. With 2 Contubernia at my command, I've killed and captured 4 times my numbers.
Will you pay a bounty for NCR troops I kill?
The killing of profligates should never go unrewarded. I'll pay you a small sum per tag.
Barter 35. If you trade me ammo and supplies instead, I can stay in the area racking up kills.
Go see Decanus Severus when you have tags, in that case. He watches over our stores.
There we go. That's some armor you're wearing.
It is the armor of a Centurion. You have the rare honor of beholding it unspattered by the blood of my inferiors.
You must be the one in charge here.
Of course I am, you fool. I am a Centurion. When Vulpes and Kulta drove the NCR from Searchlight by clever means, Caesar himself ordered me to set up this camp and harass the profligates. It's a modest presence, a single finger of the Legion reaching across the river's narrows. But with me here, it has an iron knuckle.
Stream's good for you guys again. Alright, good. Morning, Maya. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining us. I have dog tags to turn in.
How many?
Here, take all the dog tags I've got. No, but we don't want to give them to him. We want to take him to Decanus Severus, because the better deal by far is to trade dog tags for frag grenades. Never mind.
Was there something else you wanted to bother me with?
Goodbye.
Wale.
Holy shit. F2 does quick access the inventory. All these years I didn't know that. Thank you so much, Lewis. That's going to make things much smoother. Alright, let's go talk to Decanus. Rack up some frag grenades.
Awe, name your business.
Your Centurion said I could trade dog tags for supplies.
What of it?
I have dog tags to turn in.
What do you want to trade for?
Explosives.
Dynamite or grenades?
Grenades. 3 tags.
Watch yourself with this.
So now we can trade in all those tags we've been hoarding. We'll be able to get ourselves a bunch of Legion fame. And some grenades to boot.
What do you...
This could go on for a while. We've been racking up tags for a long time. All those generic NCR troopers we've killed. And we get Legion fame every time we do this. We're not going to side with them in basically any quests with conflicting outcomes. So as I've been saying for a while, this is going to be our way to get in good with them, get access to their safe house and everything. Oh, that's it for now.
Are we done then? Wale.
Caesar's Legion. Accepted. Folks have come to accept you for your helpful nature. Awesome. F1 for stats, F3 for map. What am I drinking this morning? I was drinking some caffeinated soda, and now I'm switching over to water. It's a work day. What do you expect from me? Alright, that's all we're going to do here in Cottonwood Cove for now. We're, and you'll note that our, carry weight is nearly maxed out, so let's go do an offload before we do anything else.
Howdy.
This merchant seems to have gotten, like,
Hey there.
stuck here somehow.
Sure.
Yeah, he's still only got 2 cabs, too. There's Boone. Now, we don't want to talk to Boone by accident, because now that we've gained some fame with the Legion, we get one more freebie with Boone. We can tell him that we can tell Boone that we're trying to infiltrate them, and he'll accept that answer once, and then if we gain any more fame with them, he'll leave us forever. So, alright, yeah, let's just keep these power fists in storage to repair my stuff later on. Wait, give me back that pre-war money. That's just for making bank. Oh, we really racked up on 308 ammo. That's definitely helpful. Alright, cool. Let's get well rested again. Let's head to the 188, first of all. Later, Trevi. Thank you for joining us. Always great to have you here.
I've still got guns and ammo.
to sell you is that and those. Now, we want to head to Repcon headquarters. And head northeast. We're looking for the Followers Outpost. This will be our first real contact with yet another faction. Why don't I go get the anti-mat rifle? Because I can't use it yet. I don't have enough. I don't have enough strength or enough gun skill, so there's no point in getting the anti-mat rifle yet. I'm not really going to be able to use it until after Old World Blues when I get the strength bonus. This is the Followers Outpost. You're going to see what I meant by location inflation in here. There's really very little going on with this place. And considering that like it's got one of the game's factions in its name, like you'd think there'd be something going on here, but there really isn't. Like, you can scope out the train cars, but they're inaccessible. You go in the tower, all you're going to see is a few generic followers that you can't really do anything with. Take that ammo out of that rock. Oh. You know what we do with generic NPCs, though. Yeah, so we got a followers doctor, followers guard. Oh, Dr. Alvarez. Alright, there's one unique NPC in here. Alright, let's deal with the guard. Oh, wait. We are now suffering from minor starvation. Let's fix that. Let's punch out the generics. Follower's Doctor coat raises science by 5 while we're wearing it. So I might actually take one of those along with me. So if we ever get science, yeah, if we get science within, or if we get science up to 95, then I'll be able to do very hard hacks without having to rely on temporary skill, or on skill magazines, which would be awesome. Alright. Let's steal their coffee mugs. Let's glance at this desk and we'll try talking to Dr. Alvarez. See if she actually has anything to say.
I appreciate how you've been helping us so far.
That's it. Alright. Like I said, useless. Alright, down we go. Let's keep going north. What we're really working on is making our way to Camp Golf. That's our next target. Ass Place, Asperg. Well, you know what I said about location inflation. That's really what we've got going on. Alright, so you can see this huge complex up here. That is Camp Golf, which is enormous and is going to take us quite some time to clear out. Before we head over there, we head just a little east, you can see this little lake that's kind of on its own, adjacent to Lake Mead. We're just dropping by to get it on the map. It's yet another location with... doesn't really have anything to it. Lake Las Vegas. Yeah, there's really nothing here. And given that, we're gonna start just perimeter checking this big-ass NCR outpost.
Patrol in the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
This is Camp Golf. It's like, what would you call it? I think it's definitely the biggest NCR outpost in the game. And I know it's like their safe zone. It's where they train their new recruits. It is big. And there's several quests that connect here, so... Alright, settle down, bucko. Alright, let's reapproach him. Yeah, so I don't know why they didn't spread the love a little more, because you got locations like this and Camp McCarran where there's tons and tons and tons of stuff to do. And then you got a whole bunch of like worthless little locations where nothing goes on at all. Hole 9, par 3. So yeah, Camp Golf is actually on a golf course, which I kind of like. Oh, Lake Las Vegas is clean water. Well, that's at least something. I will obviously kill those new recruits mid-training. No, actually, the recruits all have names, and there's a quest associated with helping out with their training. So we're going to do that. And so here's the camp. As you can see, Camp Golf is big. There's like the main manor house where all the officers live, and there's all these tents where the recruits hang out. Before I mess around too thoroughly with any of that, I want to finish my perimeter check and hit all these towers. We'll go ahead and get Camp Golf on the map. Tents, tents, tents. Here's a guard tower. Yeah, there's a lot to do at Camp Golf. It'll probably take us at least the rest of today, and probably the better part of Thursday's stream, just to clear this place out, let alone start doing the quests associated with it. And that's okay. I like actually having stuff to do. It's more interesting. For sure. Alright. I want to get to that tower up there. Not sure. I do not think I know the way. Alright, that one we've already done. So. Hey, Sonicalja. Thank you for joining us. Nice to see you. Sneaking in Fallout 3 is so overpowered. Well, it's fairly OP in this game too, but because at least they got rid of the Chinese stealth armor, which was all kinds of broken in Fallout 3. So of course, naturally, I used it. Like, but in 3, just to make the game a little bit fair, I held off doing Operation Anchorage for a long time. Because once you get the Chinese stealth armor, Fallout 3 was over. It's completely broken. Alright. We got that guard tower. Need to get back on the right side of the fence here. Here we go. No YouTube streams anymore. That's correct. I signed the Twitch affiliate agreement, which means that live content can only be on Twitch and has to stay exclusively to Twitch for the first 24 hours. So live content goes over here, and then we export to YouTube. With that in mind, I've received a little feedback that the streaming format was impacting the quality of the videos in terms of the, completionism and the ability to use them as a walkthrough. So to try and counterbalance that, I'm paying more attention to the split between categories, what I call my main project and what I call my side projects. And for my main projects that I'm really invested in doing a walkthrough for, like this one, even when I'm live, I'm trying to stay a lot more focused on the game and talking about the game and explaining why I'm doing what I'm doing. So I'm a little less interactive with the chat. Oh look, Cazadors. I'm a little less interactive with the chat when I'm doing my main project streams. And that way, I can get a nice bookend on either side, still be focused on the game, still have them be usable as a walkthrough series when I export them to YouTube 24 hours after the live stream. So it's not perfect, it's not going to please everybody, but I think it's the best balance I can pull off. Although I do have to say, there are some people who say they prefer watching the streams on YouTube, and not only as a streamer slash content creator, but even as a consumer. I'm really not sure why anybody would prefer YouTube as a platform for viewing streams. It's just based on my experience as a viewer, it's an inferior platform in just about every way. Mainly because it's not stable. I don't know if they just didn't invest the server bandwidth on the streaming side or what, but YouTube fails on the consumer's end a lot more often than Twitch does. Which bothers me. I always have a much more stable, consistent experience on Twitch. And even when it fails, a single refresh usually fixes it. Alright, I think our perimeter check is just about done. Yeah, we're back at Lake Las Vegas. So now let's explore the two main components of Camp Golf. Let's start by sweeping the outside of this big mansion up here. According to Twitch, you distract me too much. No, according to YouTube, and I mean it's I don't think that's entirely accurate that you distract me too much. Like I don't think it ever got to the point where you couldn't use these as a walkthrough, but it's all the same. Like I want to make sure I'm still doing what got me my follower base in the first place, which is going into detail, explaining why I'm doing everything I'm doing, that sort of thing. YouTube is terrible now. I don't think YouTube is terrible. I just think that, on Twitch, you have to reload the viewer after the ad finishes playing. Yeah, I think that's a good point. As I think about it, I can see a few reasons why people might prefer YouTube. YouTube streaming doesn't have ads like Twitch streaming does. Because Twitch wants you to pay for a subscription. I mean, I also love it if people sub, but if I wouldn't stick ads on the live stream. I think it's a little... I think ads are more tolerable when it's a recorded video. So this big manor house is called the House Resort. That's interesting. And it was guarded by rangers. Also interesting. And they're dealt with, so now let's go poke around that big array of tents that we saw. So now as I've been yammering, I've realized what Camp Golf actually is. It's two things. Over here in the tent zone is where they train new recruits, and the House Resort is actually the headquarters of the Rangers in the Mojave. So that's why there are Rangers guarding it, and we're going to experience some quests related to both those sides of the NCR, I guess you might call it. What hash mark am I seeing here? Irrelevant, I suppose. Alright, got about 20 minutes left. Still need to finish doing the exterior of the tent zone. Then we can start exploring tents. No, and I, don't get me wrong, when I say I appreciate people paying for things, that's not anywhere near the same as, like, Ermagerd, give me money. Like, I really just enjoy the, I really enjoy the interactivity of the streaming format. I enjoy having you guys in chat. I enjoy having some real-time interaction with you. It's a lot of fun for me. And the other thing, too, is just the streaming format. The really great thing about it for me is that it, back when I was just doing exclusively recorded videos, Poindexter, so we'll ignore him for now. When I was doing strictly recordings, you know, I'd record a video, and then I'd process it, and then I'd upload it, and then I could record another video. The great thing about streaming is it eliminates all that in-between work. The video just takes care of itself, and so it's just record, and I'm able to output so much more content this way. That's my favorite thing about it, relative to just doing recordings. Oh, Hanrahan. Alright. The Misfits tent. Mags and Raz. Okay.
Hello.
I believe we are done with the exterior. So yeah, we've got... So I'm making myself stop. Got 17 minutes left, so... Oh, don't worry, Maya. It's yeah, I get different people showing up depending on when I stream. Like the only times I really regularly have available are these early morning ones, and so I've got a set of regulars that show up for these, which is nice. And then when I do have afternoons or evenings, I mean, obviously that's the other cool thing about streaming too, is like whenever you do it, there's somewhere in the world there are people on the internet who want to watch. So you get a pretty wide variety of people. Like I have a couple of very stalwart Americans for whom it is also early morning who show up to these streams. I have St. Louis in mind when I say that, but my European crew are the one that really show up for these, which is nice. Oh, yeah, normally Nyren is around for these. He's those of you who don't know Nyren, he's easily the most active on the Discord and in most of the stream chats, so he wanted to be Lord of the Duck Pond in Discord, so I gave him that role. And yeah, he's super active. And none of us really know when he sleeps, or more accurately, we know he's asleep if he's not here, but we don't know what his sleeping schedule actually is, because sometimes he's around for these, sometimes he's around for the Dead Space streams, and it's like a 12-hour difference. Alright. That's the command tent. We've got it looted out. And let's see if we can get the generic tents searched as well. Well, I feel like I missed something. Wasn't there like a mess tent somewhere with a bunch of stuff out behind it? Or did I hallucinate that? Ah, no, it's over here. Yeah, food. The mess tent. There we go. So we got a target range over here. There's nothing to search or pick up. This is what I was looking for. I knew there was a place with like some stuff and some cook fires. Take the useful stuff. Yeah, no, I mean, I'd like to give people a reason to subscribe beyond Twitch not forcing you to watch ads. So for those of you who aren't super active in the Discord or don't know what I've settled on for that, I'm if I ever have an unscheduled stream, I let my subs pick the game. That's so far that's all I've really got going on for subs. I need to make my custom emotes. But my life would be very different if I needed to make money from this. It would be pretty dire, to be honest. So I don't know, if it ever like blew up and it looked like that was an option, I'd reassess it. But for now, anyone spending money on anything is just a very, very nice gesture of support that I greatly appreciate. I don't expect anyone to do it. And I'm not going to shill for it either. Like, I don't want to... You'll never see me put up follower goals and subscriber goals and donation goals like people on some channels do. I don't know. I find that distasteful. Sergeant McCready. Yeah, I was gonna say, how about this time you just stay chill and let me nab them cigarettes, Hoss? Have a beer drinking goal. Well, hey, I do list this in the channel description, but I do if you ever donate through Streamlabs during a weekend stream, because you know I'm not going to get drunk if I have to go to work, but I will allow you to demand I take a drink. I like the idea of a beer drinking goal. That's worthy. Let's see, I always meet my goals like if I put a goal up there, that's really for you guys. Are you saying Sana, are you saying you want me to set a beer drinking goal for you, the viewers? Drink X amount by the end of the stream. Looks like we got 10 of these generic drinks total. They want Twitch streaming to be their day job. Well, I mean, I don't know, everything sounds like the dream until you actually pull it off. I mean, I think that if this ever actually became your job and you were able to do it full time, I imagine you would start to get as sick of it as any other job. I don't know though. Maybe not. I mean, right now, video games and streams are still, they're still a respite from work. It's like a way to relax when I'm not working. I don't know. I don't think it would ever stop being fun to play games, but maybe if you ever actually ran out of stuff you wanted to play, but you still had to do streams to make money, and so you started having to play stuff you didn't like. Yeah. If I got big and people wanted me to play fucking Fortnite or Overwatch or all that other shit that's so popular, I'd kill myself. So maybe that's the curse. Maybe when you get big, you have to play the big games, whether you like them or not. I freaking hate. I hate multiplayer shooters. Like, I'm sure some of them are really well made, and it's just not fun to me. And we might want to wait till daylight so this tent empties out. This is becoming a pain in the ass. Let's go loot out the other generic tents first, and we'll come back to the misfits. I mean, if you really want to make money doing this, I understand that some level of shilling is necessary. I mean, even I have some level of shilling, right? Simply by putting the buttons up there and mentioning that it's an option, I suppose I'm shilling a little bit. But I feel like putting those goals up there is like, what you want to... I feel like you should give people the option and then let your content speak for itself. Because, like, I don't know. Telling your viewers you'd like 30 new subs today, as opposed to just making enough good shit to get 30 new subs. I don't know. I'm new to this. Maybe I shouldn't mouth off about it. I don't know. I don't know a whole lot yet. That's very true. That was a pretty valuable duffel bag right there. Still got 2 more tents to loot out. And then I guess we'll actually go offload and then come back. By then it should be daytime. The waiting for daylight thing will take care of itself.
Check your spot.
God damn it. I forgot to wait until I was actually hidden. How stupid. Oh no, I got set back a tent or two, didn't I? Yeah, it's alright. Well, I'm suddenly finding a whole lot of power fists. So I won't have to rely on the Mojave outpost for repairs. That is pretty great. Oh yeah, I love single player shooters too. I'm just I don't I genuinely feel like I'm not good enough at them to merit having people watch them. Like you'll remember how I like shamefully abandoned my BioShock Infinite 1999 mode playthrough because I was not good enough, right? I don't know, I should probably practice and get back and finish that someday. But I love the two new Wolfenstein games, and I love New Doom. I'm not really good enough to think that people want to watch me. We got another trooper over here. And this is the last of the generic tents. Loot it out. Make Eddie help me carry some stuff for offload, and then it's actually probably going to be time to stop. I'll loot out the Misfits tent, and then we'll start talking to people and actually doing things here in Camp Golf on the next stream on Thursday morning. Carry my power fists, buddy. All right. Let's head to Novak. I think this is it. Yeah. I refuse to believe anybody actually watched the entirety of that video for 12 hours. I even said to skip it, and I was just putting it up there so as to avoid editing out content. Anybody who did watch the 12-hour guard shenanigans back in the OG Thief playthrough, more power to you. I'm amazed by I'm amazed and humbled by your devotion. I'll drop off the doctor coat. And grab out some more purified waters. I feel like there's some kind of glitch happening with my dehydration and well, mostly my dehydration, maybe a little bit with my hunger too, because it doesn't seem to be actually tied to elapsed time like it's supposed to be. Like, I'm gonna focus a little more on it over the next couple of streams and see if I can isolate what's going on, but it's like sometimes I'll go barely any time after getting a nice big drink of clean water, and suddenly I'll have, you know, minor or even advanced dehydration out of nowhere. And, you know, other times it feels like I'll play forever without taking a drink and nothing will actually happen to it. But, I'm beginning to really feel like something's off there, and I need to look into it, but really hurting anything now, I suppose. It's refreshed, well rested. Head to the 188 for a little bit of cash. Oh, are we talking about Spec Ops? Yeah, I forgot how genuinely traumatic Spec Ops was. Like,
I've still got guns and ammo.
it's a phenomenal experience. I think everybody ought to play through it. And, you know, and I hate military slash... I generally speaking hate military shooters. You know, I mean, obviously I never play them, but that one I play. And, yeah, there are real good reasons for it, too. I feel like she's not going to buy anything that's stolen from the NCR. I don't think,
Hello.
I don't think Alexander has any such qualms. Let's go visit him, too. Well,
Still
I mean,
making a nuisance of...
I mean, St. Louis, technically you do always have a choice. You know what I'm talking about. That line from the ending. I don't want to spoil it because we're going to play it on the channel next Saturday. So I don't want to spoil any of the, I don't want to spoil any of the particulars. I want to let people come here and experience them. But yeah, for those of you who are curious about Spec
Give me a
Ops,
shout if you need anything.
we're going to be streaming it on Saturday the 2nd, because we have time for a long-form stream that day, and it's one of those games I really like to do in a single sitting. So, yeah, I highly recommend you stop by and join us, especially if you don't want to go through the grind of playing through a tactical shooter yourself. I don't blame you for it. And to be honest about Spec Ops, the actual shooting gameplay is average at best. You come for the storyline, so which you can fully experience just by watching a stream. So, well, shouldn't you little shits be awake by now? All right, well, I'm out of time. The Misfits tent is all I actually have left to explore out here. In terms of looting Camp Golf, I have the Misfits tent and the main ranch house. But before I do that, I will probably start doing the Flags of Our Foul Ups quest. We will be back on Thursday morning to continue with our regularly scheduled Fallout New Vegas streams. There is a small chance that I will be able to do a unscheduled stream this evening. Check the Discord. I will keep you posted about that. Anyway, for those of you who joined me on Twitch this morning, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for chatting. I really appreciate it. For those of you watching later on YouTube, again, thank you for your viewership. Thanks for watching. If you're on Twitch and you like what you see, please consider hitting the follow button so you'll know when we're going live. If you're on YouTube, hit subscribe, like, share, any or all of which will really help me out. And finally, whatever platform you're on, if you like hanging out, if you like the people you saw in chat, or you like me, please join our Discord server. There's a link either in the Twitch channel description or in the YouTube video description. We're in there all the time, chatting about games and other assorted nonsense, and I make official announcements there about when I'm going live. So like I said, next guaranteed stream is in 2 days, Thursday morning, more Fallout. Possible stream tonight. Hope to see you all for one or both of those. Until then, have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.